I take it you can sense it. A large object just flipped. Nike, a Japanese company, just broke yet another record. This is no small move. A vertical candle pointing straight up at the sky? And the same exact pattern appears each time the world markets begin to melt up or something similar. Stocks move first, followed by cryptocurrency. Always. Do you not trust me? Go back in time. They will display the precise image I'm drawing for you. But it's more than simply price action this time, people. Coordination is the key. We are discussing banks, governments, fintechs, and even traditional institutions. All of them are simultaneously traveling in the same direction. The most absurd aspect is that the placards are hidden in plain sight everywhere. Since this isn't a bull run, let's speak the truth about what's actually going on at the moment. This is how the upcoming global reset will be set up. Welcome back to the program. Don't forget to give that thumbs up. As we negotiate these cryptocurrency marketplaces, YouTube will promote the content more and encourage you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any incredible moments. Now, let's get right to the point. $109,004 in Bitcoin. It appears that not much has changed since this morning. In other words, the markets are currently quite flat. The market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies is $359 trillion, with Ethereum coming out at $38.40 and XRP at $2.49. The day is November. We would like to know if the 13th is the day and month in question. We will discuss that. I want to start right here, but it will only take a moment. Well, let's establish the scene. Japan is the source of the initial spark. Right now, you can see what we're looking at on the screen. They recently surpassed 52,000 points on their top index. The highest level in history is this one. In a single rally, the decades of downward progression were all destroyed. This kind of breakthrough indicates that liquidity has returned. And now I will tell you, when liquidity returns, I enjoy it. The problem with Japan, though, is this, because Japan is a country that moves early. Japan was at the forefront of the global asset boom in the late 1980s. I bet that one slipped your mind. They may now be guiding us towards the precise next boom. However, due of the digital explosion, things are a little different this time. But why? Correct. Japan has one of the most integrated banking systems in the world due to its economy. The stock market is rising, which indicates that sediment danger is increasing. What does that signify, do you know? Money is involved. It begins searching for fresh chances. In the past, there have been cryptocurrency inflows immediately following Nike rallies. It resembles an echo of global liquidity. That's no accident. We refer to it as a chain of reaction. Kyadatrums. That was good, I know. We can now move on from this. At last, Jamie Dimon. At last, the man is acknowledging it. At the Fortunes event, this occurred. When he eventually emerged, he said, "Look, yeah, Bitcoin is real. It's here. How long has this man been fighting it? You are aware of the storyline here, aren't you? They deceive the retail public when loading up, purchasing, and creating their products. After that, they just come out to like each other." All right, I was mistaken. I should stop there. 3 words. I was mistaken. After that, everyone believes he is the local superhero. Pay attention, Bitcoin. My blockchain has stable currency that might be useful. The JP Morgan currency tokens that we have will be a legitimate financial program. That will all be true. I won't discuss Bitcoin because that's all I'll read about in the news the next day, and then I'll get death threats and other such things. You are aware of that. Therefore, it's not a pet rock, but it might be a pet rock with TBD depending on the underlying technology. Yes, however, I've always maintained that blockchain technology is the one that everyone has been talking about for the past 12 years, but it hasn't been properly implemented. We all agree on permits and rules, but it's difficult to implement blockchain, so I believe we do use it. Our intraday repository uses it. I believe it will replace some of the systems that we all use, whether they are slow, unreliable, or both. All of the complaints are valid, and blockchain could be one of the solutions for that. By the way, it can also be fixed by other technologies. It can be fixed by other things as well. Sometimes it's a problem in search of a solution. We already transfer funds in real time. In effect, the majority of it travels digitally. It goes via risk systems, AML, KYC, and so forth. You cannot simply use a blockchain to replace all of it and believe that you are complying with government and regulatory requirements. Therefore, it's a little more intricate than simply replacing. According to him, blockchain is genuine. There might actually be a role for stable currencies. The JP Morgan coin is here. The tokens will be genuine. Programmable currency. That will all be true. His remark is not insignificant. According to the CEO of one of the biggest banks in the world, cryptocurrency has been booming for more than 10 years. Money can be programmed for the future. Let's be honest, the last level of denial is when the banks that deal with cryptocurrency begin to build on it. They resisted it. They made fun of it. They're embracing it now. The playbook was years ago, as Tim Draper once said. Every revolution proceeds in this manner. Before calling it innovation, they ignore you, then they fight you, then they copy you. You are unable to make it up. Revolt simply did it, even while banks are still producing press releases. A 1-to-1 USD to stablecoin transfer between USDC and USDT was introduced. For 65 million users across 6 distinct blockchains, there are no fees or spreads. There, it's mind-blowing. This isn't a startup in cryptocurrency. Around the world, regular people utilize this popular digital bank. They simply created stablecoins that are just as simple to use as fiat. People, that's the kind of adoption we need. We are searching for that. Suppose someone in London sent USDC right away to someone in New York. No waiting hours or costs during banking hours. XRP and other settlement layers and systems were developed specifically for that purpose. This raises the question of whether this is the new norm. If Revolt just made stablecoins more accessible to 65 million people, how long before PayPal, Venmo, or your neighborhood bank follow suit? Because we won't return to processing in 2 or 3 business days after going public and experiencing the instant and worldwide money. Let it sink in, people. This is what we've all been waiting for. You should properly position yourself, lock yourself in, and strap yourself in. Canary Capital will create a spot ETF due to the XRP ETF on November 13th. Their most recent S1 was just filed. The delaying amendment was eliminated. In other words, the SEC can no longer stop it. With a launch date of November 13th, it now has an auto-effective track. A little more than a week has passed since the swell. Similar to the time frame, it is just around the bend. I will arrive sooner rather than later. Additionally, the delayed clause is eliminated in that one update. This type of documentation is quiet. You know what's going to happen when that creates history? Since everyone wants to be first and being first will yield the highest profits, all of these other sites that have an ETF filed for XRP will do the exact same thing. They will launch this initiative without waiting for the government to reopen. Since they are aware that the first person through the door will make the most green, they will all follow the exact same script and playbook and launch their endeavor as soon as possible. And the green people are the reason they are here. Access to XRP as a regulated investment product has been approved by Wall Street. All of this is taking place in front of us at this very now. Those of us who recognized the pattern early on, like you and I, and who saw practicality before hype, will be more than just investors when everything is said and done. The new financial world will be pioneered by us, because speculating is not the point of this next period. It has to do with change. I hope you had fun. I hope your Halloween is enjoyable. Be careful when you're out there. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure you have a channel subscription. I will see you all early on Saturday morning.